Hi guys, welcome back to Tutorialist, where we empower you with the best career opportunities that help you in all your career advices, in all your career opportunities, in all your career taking decisions. We try to help you in the best possible way. If there is any other way that we can help you in a better way, please let us know. We are always open with the suggestions, with the ways we can improve. Till date, we have always heard that interview is always about impressing your employer and letting them know that you are going to go beyond the boundaries to grab this opportunity that you have applied for. But at times, there is a stage, there is a moment you need to acknowledge, you need to understand that it's an absolute trigger warning and you surely need to move out of it. And the topic we are going to talk about is the interview red flags. The triggering points or the hot points that you really should observe and have a key eye on, so that whenever you feel any of it, you learn and you know that it's the moment of walking away or walking out of this place. Top and number one red flag is vague or an inappropriate job description. For example, when you were applying for the role, it was only a web form that you could just fill in, then you can submit it. But when you have been called for an interview and you're discussing the role, all they tell you is an inappropriate or an incomplete piece of information that either you will be doing this, you will be doing that, and they're not even clear what you're exactly going to do. It's an alarming situation that an organization is not clear of their goals and for what purpose are they hiring a particular person and for what purpose are they going to pay him. Red flag number 2. If the title of the red flag number 2 is high employee turnover. If the employer or the interviewer tells that this is in a very challenging role and we hire employees and we are always looking for the new talent and we are continuously evolving in our employee turnover, it means that they are not even habitual of sticking to one employee. Then what would be the ultimate benefit to the employer or the employee or to the organization that they have never created the assets of the organization? True employees and long-term employees are actually the assets of the organization that an organization built for themselves. Third red flag is disrespectful behavior. For example, you have been called at 10 a.m. for the interview and you reach there before time, and even then you have to wait for hours and hours and they just don't come over. Or else they make you wait for long hours and then they just don't even pay much attention to whom they are addressing. It's a disrespectful behavior if you're not being even treated fairly. Number 4 is lack of enthusiasm. For instance, you are being called, you're going through an interview session and you feel that your employer is least enthusiastic, least bothered, or he's actually disinterested or bored in getting to know you, what you can do for the organization. He's not even interested in knowing that. How painful is that? What type of manager or the owner he is? He doesn't have any interest even for the employer he's hiring for his own organization. This is an alarming point, yet you need to move out right away. Well, do not move out right away, because I'm going to tell you 6 more important red flags that can surely be more important and that you will be able to prioritize that which point shall stand where and at what moment you need to just absolutely get up and leave. Red flag number 5 is inappropriate communication. For example, the employer, the interviewer is not even concerned that what type of language he or she shall be using while conducting an interview or while presenting a piece of letter. For example, you have been given a letter, written all the job descriptions on it, and it's an absolutely vague or a meaningless or an incomplete piece of writing. How would you be able to even know? This is really important to understand the difference between a serious piece of writing and an informal piece of writing. Red flag number 6 is unrealistic expectations. For example, they are hiring you for the role of the administrator manager and yet they seek you along with looking forward to all the administrative tasks. They request you to come and look forward to oversee all the clerical tasks as well. They look forward to ask you over all the HR issues as well. See, a job, I believe that job is a multi-dimensional thing that requires multi-dimensional skills as well. But a person you have hired is for a proper and particular role. That person can be multitasking, but you cannot just expect him to perform multitasking or multi-roles. That's not how it works. Our organization should be created in a hierarchical way, which means that there should be top management, there should be midway management, a lower level employee setup, and everyone shall be assigned to their task and responsibilities in order to reach out the organizational goals and growth in a much better way. Red flag number 7 is no room for improvement. Anything which doesn't has to offer you an improvement by every passing day or every day you spend on that place, guys, there is no need to stay there, because improvement is necessary element for having a healthy life in the long run. If you're not improving in every day, if you have not learned something new in every day, it means it's a high time that you just come out of the box and think, where are you heading to? Red flag number 8 is negative reviews. If you are seeing negative reviews about the organization, about their working environment, about their interviewers, employers, higher management, constantly on any of the social media page, LinkedIn or anywhere else, it means that this is not a lie. You cannot stick to somewhere whose goodwill is at stake. Actually, when we buy the organization, the cost for the building is way too less than the cost of the goodwill we pay. For example, if I have to buy an OPTP branch, it's a fast food chain. If I have to buy that branch, I would be paying a very less amount for the place I will be creating a restaurant. But I will be paying a hefty amount of money for the goodwill of OPTP brand. So the amount of goodwill is way too higher. Red flag number 2 is inadequate compensation. You have been asked to work from 9 to 5, then just in case you have an emergency, you may be called back in office at the midnight, or you have to answer all the phones and calls even at the midnight time, and yet you're not being given enough compensation, not even in monetary terms, not even in terms of the benefits like medical, health benefits, car allowance, fuel allowance, or any other gadget allowance. Then why to even stick to that place if that place doesn't even have enough to pay you for all the due efforts and services you are providing to them? Red flag number 10, illegal or unethical questions. For example, I would give a very common example in our daily life, that for example, you have been in an interview and they ask you very particularly about your caste, about your religion, about your sect. Guys, you don't need to be in that place, because your professional life is solely professional. Your personal life is solely personal. Your beliefs has nothing to do with your work experience, with your working skills, or with your professional personality. Let's just sink in that if you are being discriminated on the basis of your caste, color, creed, move out. It's not the right place. It is going to cause you a huge mental trauma in the long run. Always remember, a job interview is a two-way street. It's not a one-way thing. It's not only the time that an interviewer has to evaluate you, yet it is a moment that you are going to evaluate for yourself as well, that either this place is a better fit for your personality, for your mindset, or not. I hope this video of mine was truly align you to land to a fantastic job that actually aligns with your ideal state of mind, ideal expectations, and matches your values and beliefs. Good luck in your job hunting journey. I wish you all the very best.